Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, another day, another unboxing, I guess, because I received mail from Greece, actually, from George Mastrokostas, which is the head of the Sound and Silence label. I've been talking about the label for years on this channel, so I guess no further introduction needed. They're based in Athens, have been sorting me out for like ages, and this time the envelope seems pretty undamaged, which is cool because the last one came in with quite a bit of a damage, and one CD was actually not playable, so which was a pity. But let's dive into this and find out what this is. And on a side note, has anybody had trouble like logging into the YouTube channel recently? Because I run, as you know, the baze.djunkiii Classics channel for DJ sets and stuff. And I was kind of logged out of this one for like 20 hours or so, even though I have like a two-factor authorization, but there was a kind of unknown error. And I couldn't log into this to check out like stats and stuff, but this has been resolved luckily. So the house set I mentioned in yesterday's video, I guess, is still up there. And yeah, for today, been listening to a lot of music, listened to the last records from the first batch of vinyl I've taken over from Sascha Müller, so all of those are like put into place in my collection. Some of those will show up on my Instagram as well. And through the past hour, I've been listening to the Amphibian album by Lisa Morgenstern from 2013, which hit me once again at a very emotional spot, like her music, especially her old music, always does. And this was like kind of nice but also emotionally intense ride for a cold winter's day, I guess. So you might see some lyrics of that in my last Instagram story, which I posted like, I don't know, half an hour ago or something like that. So but now let's go into this envelope. We got, I see 3 albums here, and the first one, I guess, is so I didn't expect a replacement, so the cover actually is missing now for the release info, but this one seems to be the album that has been damaged in the first place. In the last envelope I received from them, the Deep Bells Liberté. So this is not in the flat mechanism, and there is no press sheet coming with this, but I'm gonna look that up on the website for a review on my website, Erzählt. So it's nice to get a replacement. Thanks, thanks George. This is like excellent. Really appreciate that. Sound and Silence 124 released, I guess, a few weeks prior to this, or a few months. We'll find that out. But for this one, we got a name that is pretty familiar. Yellow 6, Searching for Your Perfect, released on October 20th. As Sound and Silence 125. It's a return from the project, which has been like active on the label ever since. So there's been a lot of Sound and Silence releases by John Atwood, aka Yellow 6, in the past. He's one of the, as it states here, one of the foremost purveyors in the ambient and post-rock scene. And actually, the title was inspired by someone on social media, actually, which had like taken a lot of like sunset photos, I guess, and finally came up with one that they regarded as perfect, or referred to as perfect on social media. So this is where he responded with a kind of thought that would said, what now? And if what you're going to do after that, like after having done the perfect thing, in your opinion, how to progress and go forward after that. So and he doesn't believe that he'll ever achieve perfection, but he progresses with his music and like gets a lot of satisfaction out of the creative process. Music recorded here is from the first half of this year, 2025. George Mastrokostas has mastered the album, and once again this comes in 2 editions. Here we got the album, Searching for Your Perfect by Yellow 6. Post-rock ambient, I presume, as per usual. Great stuff from John Atwood, once again, the flat mechanism. This is copy 030 of 200. We got a CD here. Yellow 6, Searching for Your Perfect. And we got very pretty track listing here, which in its graphics and photographs perfectly matches the chlorophyll plant leaf approach of the picture and the things. Super beautiful, really appreciate that. We got not six titles on here, we got 8 titles on here, all a dream, one in, one out, which might refer to a picture sorting process maybe. So if you set yourself a goal to get an archive or have an archive of like 5,000 pictures, and whenever you add a new one, you have to kick one out. Might be an interesting philosophical thing to approach, and I know people who do this with their record collection actually, when they have only a dedicated shelf space and they add something new, something else has to go. So this is interesting. No Plan, Lime, See What Comes Out of It, The Frozen Trees, Stomach, and Yes Closer, all recorded in the first half of 2025. So this is the first one. Second one here is an EP, I guess. A New Line Related is the artist. The Crew Away EP is the title, also released on October 20th. Press sheet as per usual on with the Sound and Silence label. This is a solo project of Andrew Johnson, who has previously released music as a member of bands like Hood, The Remote Viewer, Famous Boyfriend, and On Fell, and also solo under his real name, and Septemberist, which I've heard. I don't know if I've reviewed Septemberist albums, but this rings a bell, like a distant bell. But as you know, with like, I don't know, a few thousand albums reviewed in the past like 20 years, not every connection that rings a bell is always like present and immediately accessible, but this will come after research maybe. For me, has really released music on Home Assembly, Domini Records, City Center Offices, 555 and others. 555 is interesting because when they started out, I guess, they used to send me music like very early stuff. I have like a 7-inch of theirs, and also like at least one compilation somewhere, which is all boxed up now in cardboard because still looking for flat. So I want to get everything ready when the time to move comes. And this is the second EP he's done, like Mr. Johnson has done for Sound and Silence, after last year's album, A Quarterly Update on the Sadness. 4 tracks written or adjusted to play live at a leaving party to bid farewell to former Hood bandmate and free noise legend John Clyde Evans as he moved away from Haddon Bridge and to somewhere new, I guess. There are like references made here to S&D, Burial, and Deep Chord. So we got some bass music and dub techno, or like dub techno related ambient. S&D is very interesting stuff. Deep Chord as well. I own a few Deep Chord records on the MACROSPACE label. No, not MACROSPACE. Echo. Just wait a second. The record's not visible. I was looking for, so MACROSPACE, not MACROSPACE. No, I'm kind of confused. But the label is something Echo, and I know the logo is comprised of like a set of circles with one which are like fused and stacked. So this looks like a kind of like graphic design thing. Is this MACROSPACE? It's not MACROSPACE. I'm confused, but I know exactly where it is. I got a section for that in like a a dedicated section for that in my record collection somewhere. And but I'm totally confused right now. Whatever, I've lost the plot. Okay, dub take, no. A bit of dubstep, post dubstep, post bass music, and this is what the cover looks like. A beautiful photography with some like deep hanging clouds or like fogs things, which is also like very suitable for dub techno and dub influences, because the hiss and the echo and all that kind of stuff is always very crackly and misty and blurry, I guess. Not sure about this album because I haven't heard this yet, but definitely this is what is to be associated with dub techno. This is catalog number 043 of 200. Sound and Silence 126. We got a track list. And of course we got a CD. And after I have finished this video, I'm gonna look this up, or look the label up. I'm thinking about, because this bugs me out. But that's a part of like getting older, I guess. So not every memory is present anymore, and not every reference is to be plucked out of thin air. So this is me getting old, but now I'm getting into editing mode. I hope you enjoyed this anyway, because like, even though it's a little bit rambly and you know the score, leave me a comment, leave me a like, all the good stuff. Get me to 1000, and yeah, when it comes to BANDCAMP, you know the score is up there. Have a look. Bass Junkie out. See you in the next one.